today I'm going to do a solo drill video with you. This is going to kick off the start of a series that I'm going to be doing with butterfly guard. So over the next few weeks I'm going to be doing a series of techniques and adjustments and stories and everything else related to butterfly guard as I'm getting ready to release a butterfly guard series on my website. If you want more details on that, you can check the links down below. But otherwise I wanted to give you some things to think about using the butterfly guard, because for me butterfly and half guard are my my main guards that I play. I've showed some stuff with half guard on the channel, so I wanted to do some butterfly guard stuff, and I wanted to begin with some basics on the movements that we're going to be doing with the butterfly guard, because there's some different things that I do that aren't, I don't know if they're typical, but I just do them and I don't see everyone else doing them. And so I'm going to show you some basics on the butterfly guard and how to use it, how to move around with it, that sort of thing, so we can get that stuff out of the way before we move into the sweeps and the defenses and all that stuff. So first things first, the position itself. We want to make sure that we're leaning forward in the position. And again, they call it a butterfly guard. I imagine the way I always thought it was is because of the leg position, because you're kind of like in a butterfly stretch. But we're going to be here and our arms are going to be in. Now, I sort of, typically when I play my butterfly guard, I have my feet flexed, as you'll see, on the inside of the person's legs, so they're always attached to them. My elbows are on the inside of the position to make sure that, because people will try to grab your knees, so I'm always fighting here, and then I'm always leaning forward. So as I said, you got to lean forward, and the way that I think about it is you want to have that butt behind the head. So if you were to have a straight line going down me, if it's coming from the hips, that line will go here, and the head will be slightly forward past that line. So you're in the position. At the same time, you don't want to let your back round too much. You want to keep it relatively straight back, and your hands are going to fight. Now, a lot of the hand fighting is going to be very similar to how it is on the feet and wrestling and everything else, but that's the beginning. Now, one of the movements that I'd like to get people to get used to with the butterfly guard, we'll come over here to get away from the logo there, and one of the movements that I like to get people to used to is to be able to pull in like this. It seems like a really simple motion, but here's the thing. When I first learned how to play butterfly guard, the way that it was taught was that we would post our hand and we would start to scoot in, which is fine sometimes, but a lot of times this sort of sets off a signal to them that I'm going forward, and they can make adjustments. And so I like to be able to play inside position and then use this foot to scoot in. And then from there, we'll talk about later in this video how to do the actual sweeps, okay? So the first things first, if you're doing this, if you want to play around with this movement, I just want you to think about this. We're going to take one foot and it's going to go behind. You can also pull it here in front. Either one of these is useful for the butterfly guard positionally wise. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to dig on the side of my foot where the pinky is. I'm going to dig on this foot and pull. Now what's happening is I'm going from a straight hip to the side of my hip, okay? So each time I'm pulling here. Now why that's important is because when I begin to try to sweep someone, I need to be at an angle. If I'm sitting flat on my back like this and try to sweep someone, they're gonna end up flattening out. Whereas if I get in here, this allows for the sweep, okay? Now let's get into that part of the solo drill. Whether we pull in with the foot in front or back, when we get ready to sweep, one of the biggest problems that people have with their butterfly guard is that they lean back to their back and they try to focus on the kick. The kick that you'll be using is it's the finishing touch. It's the last thing you'll be using. Your big focus is going to be getting whatever underhooks, overhooks, whatever grips you have, and we're tucking to the side, and you want to get to here. You want to be able to post up on the shoulder and the foot. The foot on the bottom never goes dead. It's always active. By active and dead, what I mean is toes being here, driving in, that's an active foot. That's a dead foot. I want an active foot. And we can come up here and stay with it. If I need to kick now, I can. But being able to move in position, tuck, roll is important, right? So we're going in here, tuck, here, in position. And this is one of the basic drills that I have my students do whenever we're working on butterfly guard and we're kind of getting warmed up. I will have them practice scooting in, being able to use just their feet to close the distance, because you got to think when you're playing in that butterfly guard, the person is going to be far away from you, and you're going to close that distance, and then from there, tucking in, rolling to the shoulder, and we could kick up or follow the person up, and then back in. And so that's the drill. You just practice moving around, closing the distance, whether the foot's here or in front. As we go through this series over the next few weeks, you'll see me use this position both this way and this way, but practice pulling in, getting to the side of your hip, tucking, rolling, and getting our sweep. So that's the solo drill. Practice that a little bit if you want to start getting used to the butterfly guard. And in the next few weeks, I'm going to show you some options utilizing that movement and the position. So hopefully that's helpful to you guys. I'll see you guys in the next videos. So in the next few weeks, I'm going to be showing you guys some butterfly guard techniques. And this is going to be in line with a series that I'm launching, a course that I'm launching on butterfly guard. If you would like more information on that series, or you'd like to receive a special launch discount, check the links down below. And there will be a webpage where you can register for that. And I'll tell you as soon as the course launches. And again, it's all on butterfly guard and being able to use it and transition from the position, using it for sweeps, submissions. And again, it's one of my favorite positions, so I'm excited about it. So enjoy the next few weeks of butterfly guard. And if you want to get more information on that course that I have coming up, check the links down below, and I'll see you guys in the next videos.